have said, Shelby, is a really concern because we have not had this much heat. We were in the 60s last week with all the rain and flooding. So nobody is used to these heat indices that we're going to be seeing all week.
Exactly, and that's going to be a problem, especially with the lows. We're going to be near the 80s, so that's going to make people prone to heat exhaustion because we're not going to see really some cooler temperatures to help our bodies cool down from all the heat during the day. So please be extra careful, stay hydrated. I'll have more up next. Here's a look at the almanac. Everyone, happy Monday. It is hot out there and windy. I know I told you guys we were going to be quite breezy, but those gusts are really starting to pick up. But it's nice and sunny, a little cloudy as well on our windows, more tower cam. I'd say partly sunny. But we have a lot going on our Freeman Health First Alert Doppler. So a heat advisory is in effect for really most of the 4 states today. That's expected to last till Friday at 9 p.m. And then some areas in northeast Oklahoma will see that expire hopefully tonight, but then might see that return once again. Also a couple flood warnings as well. We're looking at Labette County, Cherokee as well. That'll expire around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then Ottawa 7 p.m. tomorrow. A lot to talk about, as I said. And we have some wind advisories to the northwest and an extreme heat warning to the north as well. Hopefully that extreme heat warning will not move into the 4 states because that'll really cause some problems for us. Now these winds are starting to settle in. We're seeing some gusts today close to about 35 miles an hour for us, and then hopefully these will start to die down as we get closer to the midweek mark and bring us a little bit of relief, but it's going to be a pretty breezy week for us. Now what's stirring up all of this? It's a cold front. No surprise there. We have a cold front that's moving off to the north, and as it's kind of passing by some of our areas off to the west, it's stirring up some winds for sure. We're noticing higher winds in southeast Kansas, areas that are kind of closer to that with that wind advisory in effect, not for us, but near. And that's going to also stir up some chances for a couple lingering showers as we get towards the latter part of our week. Most of us will be dry, but some areas to the far west might notice a little bit, or it might just impact some of our outskirts. That low pressure system will shift further off to the north. We're going to be dry, though. A drier pattern is in store for us as mid-level ridging is going to start to settle in as we get into tomorrow, and these temperatures not dropping for this week. 90s on the board for us. We're finally above average. 89 is that average for this time of year, and it's officially summer, and it is coming in with a bang. I mean, summer started last week, but we were still dealing with spring-like weather with all the showers and storms and severe weather. But hopefully we're kind of getting out of that pattern, and now we're dealing with the heat. You're trading one extreme for the other, but hopefully it won't be too crazy. Just stay hydrated, okay? These temperatures are very warm. 91 for us today, 92 in Miami, and also 92 in Grove. But actually, the closer we get to 4th of July, things are going to heat up even more. Triple-digit heat indices for today, except for Monette, that outlier right there. But we've actually seen a couple areas pick up a bit. Pittsburgh 106, Branson as well, and then Joplin 102, and that trend is expected to push into tomorrow for us with highs once again in the 90s. I'm a little nervous that some of us by the end of the week will get near the upper 90s for our actual temperatures. We'll be keeping an eye out for some record breakers, but also you want to track these lows because we're going to be near the 80s for us. And as I was talking about during our weather tease, it's one of those things where when you don't see temperatures drop enough, you become prone to heat exhaustion because we rely on the cooler temperatures to help bring our body temperature down. So then your body has to work a bit harder to cool itself down. So stay hydrated and stay inside if you can. If you're going to be outside enjoying the sun, wear that sunscreen and drink electrolytes. Now here's your KSM forecast from your local weather authority. High today is going to be around 91. Everyone, happy Monday. We've made it to the start of the week, and it's going to be a scorcher for us throughout the 4 states. The sun is shining nicely on our windows and more tower cam, but we could see highs near the triple digits for actual temperatures by the end of our week, getting closer to the 4th of July. So we also have a heat advisory that is going to go into effect, already went into effect yesterday, and it's going to remain until about Friday at 9 p.m. for us. You can also see some blue starting to circulate through to the northwest. That's a wind advisory, and then this purple up here, extreme heat warning, barely missing Nevada. It looks like it might be touching a little bit of Vernon County. We'll be tracking that throughout the next several days for us. All of that on our Freeman Health First Alert Doppler. We can't forget the flooding, though. There's a couple flood warnings still in southeast Kansas for us. The winds will be pushing up, though, so that'll hopefully help to kind of dry us up for today. We'll see some gusts close to about 30 miles an hour for us, even 35 miles an hour, and then those should kind of start to calm down as we get into tomorrow as well. But a cold front's pushing through. That's what's kind of stirring us up a little bit, a trough as well with this system. You can see all of this blue right here to the northwest of us, just missing our area. So this system's going to continue to kind of push closer to us, stir up a lot of the breezes, but then it's going to shift off to the north and drag in kind of a line of showers and isolated storms with it. It is expected to miss the 4 states, but maybe maybe might bring a little bit of drizzle to some of our outskirts. And then as we get into the next couple of days for us, mid-level ridging is going to start to circulate through as well. So that's going to help to maintain a lot of these warmer temperatures throughout this week. I told you guys we're trading the showers and storms for some heat and more humidity. And when I say heat, I mean triple-digit heat indices. We're going to remain in the 90s for most of our week. So while you might see these temperatures and think, great, summer's here, which it is, you do want to be careful. Heat exhaustion is a threat for us this week, as we're going to see warmer overnight temperatures as well, and even evening temperatures. When we see these warmer temperatures throughout our week, usually when we drop in temperature in the evening, it allows the body to cool down and calm down, but we're not going to get to see that a lot because it's going to be warmer in our evening near the 80s, so that makes us prone to heat exhaustion and other difficulties when it comes to the heat. So stay hydrated this week and wear sunscreen as well, because I know you guys are going to go out there and enjoy the sun, especially for 4th of July weekend. Highs for today in the 90s, around 91 in Joplin, 92 in Miami, also 92 for us in Grove. So it's going to be a warmer one for us for sure. And then also these heat indices are going to be in the triple digits. 105 is what it's looking like going to be our peak for today. Branson, Grove, Veneta, Chanute, Pittsburgh, I could just go on and on. But Monette is the outlier, 98. That's still quite warm for a feels like temperature. And we'll see these rebound going into tomorrow as well. Now here's a look at your KSM forecast from your local weather authority. These slopes right here. We're going to see some 70s on the border, around 78 for us.